Hello YouTube, this is Al coming to you once again for Kindred Souls of Brooklyn. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. I really appreciate that. And if you want to leave a comment on any of my videos or a wish list or whatever, just let me know. Drop me a line at connection@kindredsoulsofbrooklyn.com. Now folks, I want to wish everybody a happy Halloween. I hope everybody stays safe out there and enjoy your candy and all the good things, your trick-or-treating. And a subscriber of mine, Evening Star, over in England, had sent me an email, and she said to me she wanted me to do a Halloween video. So I had done a video last night on the Disney Utilidor, but I couldn't for the life of me think of a good Halloween video to do. I wanted to do something that, on a topic that I kind of know a little bit about. And I was thinking, couldn't think of anything. So this morning it came to me, so I figured before I go to work, I'm going to do this video. And the video concerns Elvis Presley's favorite Halloween story. And I was just driving along and I was listening to the Elvis channel. And of course, I don't know what reminded me of it, but it just struck me. So here goes the story. And this story was Elvis Presley's favorite Halloween story, and probably one of his favorite stories of all time. And you'll learn why when I tell you the story. Now, Elvis first read the story back in 1973. And the funny thing about the story was that just before reading the story, probably a couple weeks before the story, his father, Vernon Presley, who was actually his personal manager, who went on tour with Elvis and was very close with Elvis, of course, and his father, Vernon, had told him that the first Presley actually came to America back in like 1745 and was from Scotland. So Elvis hadn't known that before. The father told him that in 1973. I don't know what led him to tell him about that, but I guess they were just talking about family history or something. So a couple of weeks after Elvis found this out, he read the story in a magazine that someone had published from Scotland. And the story concerns a couple who had gone to a party, and after the party was over, they were in an area of Scotland that they weren't too familiar with, and they came out. They were trying to find a cab. They were walking on. It was kind of in the country, and they walked and they kind of got lost. So the only thing that they kind of saw after a while of walking, they lost their bearings, was a full moon, and the full moon was really the only light that they had. So they followed this full moon along like a country road, and they saw what they thought was like a light in the distance. They thought it was a barn in the distance. But as they got closer to it, they realized that it was a blacksmith shop. And the light that they had seen was the blacksmith's fire. And when they opened up the door and went into like the area where he was, it was a blacksmith there, and they kind of gave him a look. They had a couple of drinks, and they just weren't really as clear thinking as they probably wanted to be. And they looked at the blacksmith, and they thought he looked familiar, but they couldn't really place him. The wife said to the husband, "He reminds me of an actor he saw. I don't know who it is." So when they started talking with the blacksmith spoke Scottish, and he had the Scottish accent, of course. And as he was speaking, it came to them that the blacksmith looked just like Elvis Presley. He had the dark black hair. He was wielding the big hammer. He was actually working on horseshoes. So the couple asked him how they could get back to the road and all that, and the blacksmith told them, and all of a sudden they went back. So about a week or two later, they went back to thank the blacksmith, and they went to the same place, and there was nothing there. Not even a tree stump, not even just like a bunch of rocks and stuff. So they inquired about it, and according to the local people, they said that a lot of people who had walked around there had stories about a blacksmith who, they were walking along the road, and they would just see a blacksmith working on either horseshoes or something, wielding a hammer, working with the fire in the forge and all that. So when Elvis Presley heard this story, he absolutely loved it, and because it was just a very timely situation. So that was probably Elvis's favorite Halloween story, and he probably considered that one of his favorite stories of all time, because he had just found out about his connection to Scotland. So just an incredible story. I just wanted to pass that along, and wish everybody a happy Halloween today. All the best to everybody. Stay safe, enjoy, and I'll see you real soon. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great day. This is Al signing off from Brooklyn. Thank you, folks. Enjoy. Bye-bye now.